Yo, you there?
Yeah, hey, what's going on, bud?
It was good.
Not much, not much. Just checking out the new Michael Thomas news. So I decided to hop on here and talk to Michael Thomas.
Yeah, man. I don't know why they said Mike was leaving. I don't understand that.
I know, and like, I was on this other podcast. It was like a Raiders podcast or whatever. I hopped on there because they were talking Michael Thomas and a potential trade. They were saying, Michael Thomas ain't gonna come back, and this was a couple days ago. That Michael Thomas ain't gonna come back with the organization because Drew Brees ain't there, and the Saints and him aren't on the same page. And I told him in the comments, I was like, "Nah, bro, you're wrong. Michael Thomas is gonna stay a New Orleans Saint, and I believe he's gonna have a comeback season." And then like today or yesterday, whenever they released the news, I think it was this morning, maybe it was yesterday. I can't remember, but whenever they released the Michael Thomas news, I'm just super stoked on it because now everyone's on the same page. Everyone thought, Michael Thomas and Sean Payton was fighting or feuding. Well, they're not. Sean Payton's not even our coach anymore. So
Yeah, man. I think they're just blowing it out of proportion because like everybody that's not a Saints fan, wants to say that like the Saints are broke. And I've seen multiple articles say we should trade Michael Thomas because we're broke or whatever. I don't think people realize that if we trade or cut Michael Thomas, we would lose more cap than save. Like it would be like a $50 million cap hit or something like that. And as far as that Drew Brees stuff, man, that's just false narratives, man. I mean, he played good with Teddy in 2019. He played really good with Teddy in 2019, actually. And he
yeah,
put up 100 yards with Taysom Hill at quarterback on one ankle. Like, so I don't want to hear that Drew Brees stuff.
right. And plus, if you just remember, I mean, Drew Brees was just, I mean, nothing against him, but he was just dinking and dunking.
Yep.
And and that's why I think Michael Thomas kind of got that slant boy name because that's the route that him and Breeze was comfortable with, I believe. But you seen when Teddy Bridgewater went in there and they opened up the field more, he was going down the field more than 20 yards, and he was actually looking a lot more dominant. That's why I really hope we sign Jameis, and get or get a quarterback, that can definitely succeed with. I mean, any quarterback's going to succeed. It's just we need one of those dominant quarterbacks. Like I think Winston. I think Winston's a really good choice. I think him and Michael Thomas would have a good connection. They didn't. Well, I mean, we didn't even get to see it. If he
Yeah.
can have a good connection with Taysom Hill, Teddy Bridgewater, and Drew Brees, and whoever was put under center at the time, then we got to realize that Michael Thomas can just catch a ball from anybody that's throwing it his way, as long as they're throwing it in his radius of catching, for sure.
All right, man. Like Mike will catch anything thrown to him, man. Like I just hate how people think like he can only run slant routes or whatever they say. That's clearly not the case, man. I mean,
No,
if
it's
you
not.
right, like if you look at the Saints offense from 2018 to 2020, besides like Ted Ginn and guys who were like super fast, everybody was short route. Because Drew had limitations at the time. He just couldn't do a 30-yard throw. You know what I'm saying? He just couldn't do that. So any quarterback like in no offense to Teddy, but he doesn't even have the biggest arm like that. But he can throw it 30, 40 yards. So I just don't like that.
Yeah, me neither. I hate that narrative, and like everyone tends to forget how dominant Michael Thomas was, and still is. I'm not going to say was because I mean he still is dominant, and people tend to forget about his 2019 season because he got hurt. And this is my theory on what happened. I think Michael Thomas didn't want to get surgery. Not a lot of people like to get surgery, and I understand that. I think he had two options, and I think the people said you can either try to heal it on your own or get surgery. Those are your two options, and he chose the first one. Don't get surgery. And I think he was rehabbing really well this off season, and then coming close to like camp, training camp, I think he tweaked his ankle, and I think he re-injured it, slightly. which caused him to, potentially not play this season. And people are downing him for that. But in all reality, I think he was just trying to, not get surgery and just do it on his own. And then he just came to realization that, hey, he just re aggravated it. So now he just went and got surgery. He's already had his surgery. Look at him, dude. The dude's like looking like DK Metcalf out here. Hey,
Yeah,
bro,
right. Yeah, right. Wait, what?
I was on me personally. I think he's gonna have a stellar season,
Oh yeah.
and I can't wait for him to come back. And it really makes me want to, for the Saints to go out in the first round and pick. As much as there's a lot of talent at the wide receiver position, I would really like one of the Ohio State guys, and I say that because I think Michael Thomas coming back. I think Michael Thomas would just take him under his arm, man, and just show him the way, and they'd be best friends, kind of like the Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara. You know how both those guys are like best friends. I really feel anybody from Ohio State as a wide receiver, him and Michael Thomas would be an automatic, friendship because they went to the same college.
Right, man. And as far as that surgery stuff, I mean, Mike wanted to do it his way. It didn't work.
Thanks.
But like it is what it is. You can't penalize the guy for doing what he thought was the best decision for him. And like I just feel like, with Michael Thomas now motivated and stuff like that, man, like we just desperately need a wide receiver too, man. Could you imagine, like, and this is where everybody healthy and, no legal situations. Like, could you imagine having to, guard Mike, AK, and a good number two receiver? Like, we've never seen that happen. I mean, maybe you could say Emmanuel Sanders, but Mike was injured and he didn't even play a lot of those games. So like,
Right.
I just can't wait to see this offense next year.
Me neither. And it sounds to me because I seen Godwin's going to go to back to the Buccaneers. He's really interested in staying in Tampa. And I just got that news earlier on Twitter.
Bucks also interested in Deshaun Watson and Russell Wilson.
I seen that as well. So they're trying to replace Tom Brady for sure.
Yeah.
I don't. I see him opening the door with Jameis Winston, but I really think Jameis Winston is going to be having a little hate on him because they did give up on him. They did let him go for a 40-year-old quarterback. So if I mean, in his mind, they gave up on him, and the Saints gave him an opportunity to shine, and he got hurt and he got robbed of his opportunity with his injury. So I still think I'm pretty high on Jameis Winston. I really think he's got a high ceiling. I really think he knows our system. I think that's what makes sense. And that starts with DA. I really think if DA has the same vision as a lot of us Saints fans, I think he'll go straight after Jameis Winston and definitely try to sign him as our starting quarterback. And if he does, you got to think we haven't even established a Jameis Winston to Michael Thomas connection. I
Right.
mean, so, Jameis Winston's already connected. He's already made our wide receivers look pretty good when he was under center. Like he made Harris look amazing. You know what I'm saying? He made Galloway look good. So now you get Michael Thomas in the mix and another number two guy, and I think we just kind of roll out with a whole new offense of open up the field a lot more.
Right. And just hearing you talk, man, it just made me think about some, this is, I don't think people gonna agree with me on this, but I think Jameis, if he does come back, I think he might do better under Dennis Allen than Sean Payton, because when Sean Payton was there, he was really, really conservative with Jameis. He didn't really let him push the football downfield or, like do anything like that. Dennis Allen, I feel like, since he's a defensive minded guy, he just might let his quarterback have, just a little bit more freedom than what, Sean Payton would do, because, he's an offensive genius and he thinks, he knows what's best for the offense.
Facts. I was seeing Day Day's comment up there. He said, "Messed up. We already looking at a different offensive coordinator who don't speak in the West Coast. So we'll JW actually fit us again. Oh, okay, I see, I see. Who doesn't specialize in the West Coast all type offense? Okay, I see what you're saying, Did it? Yeah, I mean, we really don't know. I mean, Da is our new head coach. He might have a different vision than Sean Payton had in Jameis Winston. We really don't know what's in Da's mind, but we do know that he does want a quarterback. He did establish that in his interview that that is number one priority. So with that being said, I mean, if we can't go out and get a Russell Wilson or I think the smart move would be a Jameis Winston. I say that because he knows our system. He's been here for a couple years, and we've seen somewhat of his potential. I'm not going to say we've seen his potential because we haven't seen his full potential yet. We've seen it. We've seen bits and pieces because he still had his training wheels on, and then Sean Payton started taking those training wheels off, and he got hurt. Just as he started opening up the playbook, this guy gets hurt. We didn't even get to see his full potential. You add Micheal Thomas to that equation, Jameis Winston being healthy. If we have a good O line healthy, I think Winston could thrive in any type of offense, whether that's a
Hmm.
West Coast, whether if that's a dink and dunk, or throwing it down the field, like Bruce Arians type offense. Either one of those type of offenses, I think, as long as as long as Jameis Winston is under center, I think he'll do good with us. Honestly, wherever he goes, I think Jameis Winston is. I wouldn't say a super elite quarterback, just yet, but you just don't throw for 5,000 yards without being a top quarterback in the league. Um, he might have thrown 30 interceptions that game or that year, but you guys got to remember too, he was legally blind and he did go through laser eye surgery.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
right, so if you think about that, this guy threw for 5,000 yards, legally blind. Hell yeah, he's going to throw 30 interception, man. So that narrative, I really don't like that when people use it, but like when they do use it, okay, well, I mean, look what he was on pace for when this year. I mean, he was on pace for like 5,000 yards and in half. Like he only had a couple interceptions, so he would have been on pace for I think it was like 11 interceptions or something, with like 40 touchdowns. And to me, I mean, that's a pretty good ratio, and I would live with that if we bring Jameis back. I'm gonna be super stoked because I know Jameis is gonna come in and be a leader, and I know he's gonna come in and run the offense and I know he's gonna come in and make those big time plays. I mean, yes, interceptions do happen, guys. I mean, we're gonna be playing against a lot of huge time defensive people. I mean, there's a lot of cornerbacks out there that make good plays, no matter if the quarterback makes a good throw. We got to look at that as well. So that being said, man, I really think Jameis Winston is gonna thrive if he does sign back with us, and especially the addition of Micheal Thomas. I think we're gonna kill it in the draft with a wide receiver and some offensive linemen, and I really want us to pick up even a cheaper wide receiver in this free agency, even before the draft, like Josh was talking like a week ago about DJ Chark. Man,
I'm begging for it.
right. The more I see that and the more I talk about it, the more I want DJ Chark in a Saints uniform because if he can thrive under the Jaguars, get 1,000 yards in a season with a rookie quarterback. They fired their coach, Urban Meyer, that came in. They have no offensive line other than that Cam Robinson guy that's now a free agent. You have a rookie quarterback that has no offensive line, so he can't make plays, and that guy still got 1,000 yards. So I can't. I just couldn't imagine if that guy was in a good situation where he was like a number two instead of the number one guy, and like on our team, if he was the number two guy behind Micheal Thomas, he
Oh,
would thrive in that role.
right, man, and just going back to your point, I definitely agree with the fact that I think Jameis Winston would thrive in any offense unless it's some Baltimore Raven, he wouldn't thrive in something like that. But
Oh,
I mean, a quarterback with a big arm that's accurate, that can win in the pocket, that can scramble a little bit. I mean, that fits with any system, right? And I think just Jameis being back, in a perfect world, if he wants to come back, I think it's just good because I think he has the potential to be the franchise guy, and if he's not the franchise guy, then he's a decent, stopgap quarterback to that franchise guy. So I'm cool with it either way. So
yeah, same here for sure. I mean, I would even vouch for like Sammy Watkins. You know, a lot of people say he's getting older. I think the Baltimore Ravens system, he was bound to not do well to begin with, you know. So I think Sammy Watkins still got a lot of gas in the tank. He just got to be on the right team that is a more pass heavy team for sure. What's going
OG,
on, Jerry?
What's going on, fellas?
Not much. How you doing
nothing.
today?
Doing good.
How you liking this Michael Thomas coming back to the Saints?
I knew Mike Thomas wasn't gonna go nowhere, man. I've been saying
Me
that all
too.
along.
All right.
I mean, why you want to trade Michael Thomas? With all the shenanigans been going on. I
Facts, dude.
mean, why would you?
Exactly, and I kept trying to tell people, even if you remember, I think it was at the beginning of the season when we were looking for a quarterback, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody was wanting to trade Michael Thomas. I'm like, why, dude? Because
Yeah, I remember
That's
that.
because you got. That's because they're idiots, bro. They don't they,
right,
they they
All
don't
right.
they don't follow it like we do.
right, and
Right.
I was looking on Twitter, like I was kind of in shock, like, yeah, I know he hasn't played, but when he's on the field, he's better than a Devonte Adams. To me, he's the best in the league,
Man,
and
won
when
offensive player of the year, man. He broke the catch record, man. Like people just forget so fast. Like
right.
Yep.
And he had 1,700 yards that season. I don't even think anybody even broke 1,700 yard season this season. Not even Cooper Cup. And as much as
Yeah.
they want to glorify Cooper Cup, everybody
Yeah. Bruh.
can't.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That name you just mentioned, Cooper Cup, man, that's a bad dude. I got to give it to him, bruh.
Yeah,
I
I'll
have
give it
I
to him.
have to I have to give I have to pay him his I have to give him his dues, man. I had to give credit where it's due. That's a bad wide receiver, bruh. Now if he wasn't now I'm gonna tell you like this. If he wasn't playing with the Rams right now in this Super Bowl, which is later this evening, I would I would love to have that dude in the black and gold uniform, bruh, because that dude is just phenomenal.
Yeah,
yeah.
he is for sure. He is a good wide receiver, but
And
this
he's
is
a
what I.
good route runner.
Yeah, he
I
is.
mean, that's what New Orleans is actually looking for. Is somebody that can fill that spot right there doing the route runs and stuff, along with Thomas.
Exactly.
All right. Need someone who can get separation, man.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't got too many guys that could do that right now. So definitely need someone who can get separation.
Yeah, yeah, and I can't. I'm pretty excited to see Michael Thomas back on the field. I think he's going to be a lot healthier than he
Me
has
too.
been. And I think, I mean, you see by his pictures, his updated pictures, the dude's been working in silence. So that tells me a lot. He's been taking notes of all these haters. So, just basically writing him off like he's not a number one wide receiver. So with the addition of him coming back and everyone, all the sports media, everyone saying we're going to trade him, Alvin Kamara, and
Mm-hmm.
everyone else,
Mm-mm.
Right.
it's just crazy. So this just shows everyone that, hey, dude, Michael Thomas is a New Orleans Saint. And if everyone remembers correctly, when he signed with the New Orleans Saints, that 5-year contract, he told Gail Benson, Sean Payton, and everyone else, hey, as soon as I'm done with this contract, I want another 5 years because I want to retire here. And I believe he's still got that mindset. No matter if Sean Payton and Drew Brees are gone, I still think he's got that mindset. He wants to be a New Orleans Saints. I mean, if he didn't, he would have asked for a trade when they asked him. When I bet Da hit him up and personally and just to see where his mindset was. And
Right.
Michael Thomas is like, well, of course I want to come back. I'm getting paid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Exactly.
this is my team. You know, and Da's like, I really want you back, and I'm glad that we're on the same page. Then the news broke to Ian Rappaport, and now everybody knows that, hey, Michael Thomas wants to be there. Now quit with all your news media, BS and all that drama
Yeah.
surrounding Michael Thomas because
That's
you know
why I
it's
don't listen to him, bruh.
I know it drives
Right.
me nuts, bro. I'm
But to
like,
me, because
why?
let me tell you something about that, and I'll let you continue, Trey. That's the thing about the media that really,
Right?
you know where I'm going with this. That's what really made me go trigger mode, bruh. Because they be saying something that they think is going to happen when you know it ain't nothing but false.
Right. And they obviously don't watch the Saints, man. Like they don't know what's going on, man. Like I mean they can
Because all they
obviously
talk about is they all talk about is the Cowboys,
Right?
exactly, man.
about the Rams and the Bengals and the Steelers. I get that, but they don't never ever give because they like them big market places, not small market paid places, which I still don't understand.
Right.
Right. You definitely right about that because in the NBA when the Bucks won the title, like they didn't really even talk about it. They was still talking about the Lakers and the Nets and all the big market teams. So definitely right about that.
That's true.
Mhm. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just super stoked, that will get put to rest, you know what I mean? Like Michael Thomas, he's out there grinding. You can tell he can't wait to come back. Now we just need to establish a quarterback and our offensive line. I think our offensive line will be pretty strong this season. I mean, we get Andreas Pete, coming back from injury that he left earlier this season. I think we're gonna have Ryan Ramczyk nice and healthy with his knee surgery. I think Terran Armstead. I think they both had knee surgery.
Hmm.
Both successful. So I think T Stead will stick around just because he loves it here in New Orleans. He's got I really believe he'll stick around for a short deal. Just to
Right.
help out the Saints. I really do. I
I
really
think he's
think
gonna leave. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's gonna
right.
leave.
Probably.
And, and hey, I even think a couple of the players are going to reconstruct their contracts so we can
Oh
sign
yeah,
up
oh yeah.
another. Like Michael Thomas, Andreas Pete, those are both players that got hurt and they didn't play this season really. And I believe both those players have a pretty good contract. I mean, pretty good money coming in. So if they can reconstruct both their contracts a little bit, I think we can pull in a good like a good wide receiver and free agent, or like I said, we could sign Jameis for 3-4 years. So we have a good quarterback under contract for the next couple of years for sure.
Right.
Right. Definitely agree with that. Especially with those restructurings, that's definitely gonna happen. That's definitely a must. Saints have to have already talked to them dudes, man, because they wouldn't be over 70 mil over the cap if they didn't. So
Yeah. Definitely.
yeah, man. So definitely got some people to restructure, man. And I think we also gonna
Yeah.
structure Lattimore and
A
I mean,
whole lot
bro,
of
yeah.
structure, man.
I think we also gonna structure Cam Jordan too.
Well, that's the thing about that, man, because we like I explained this to all the rest of the Saints podcast on now. And I explained it. I think I explained it to you too, Trey. Remember last year when I think the Saints were like around what, almost 100 million over the cap?
Yep,
Oh
100
yeah,
mil.
yeah,
And what happened before
yeah.
even before the new league year began in March of last year?
They got it
Mickey
down.
did his thing.
Yeah, and we still had 10 million to spare.
Exactly.
Right.
So there's an old saying: if Mickey Loomis done it before, guess what? He'll do it again. And it,
Right.
and it's getting close, fastly approaching to that the new league year anyway, coming up in March of this year. So I already know what Mickey gonna do. He that's why they call him Mickey Magic
That's right.
because he know how to get things done on a daily basis. By the time
Right.
the new league year pop up, it'll be under. We'll be under the salary cap because they just rise up some more.
Yep. Because last
So
offseason, like obviously, when the Saints were making contracts in 2017 and 18, they couldn't predict what happened
exactly,
in
Josh.
2020.
Exactly.
Right. So people like to clown the Saints for always, being over the cap, but I mean like they couldn't predict a pandemic. Like you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't even mind it. I don't pay no attention.
Right.
Exactly. Right. Yeah, man. I just want to hop on here, man. Talk a little Saints football. I'm actually sitting in the living room here watching a little NBA action here. Got the Hawks and the Celtics playing on ABC.
They're
So
playing
I
right
figured
now.
I said,
That's
well,
gonna be
let
a
me
good
come on
game.
here and talk a little Saints talk with y'all just hours before the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah. Hey, you know what?
Yep.
It's always Saints talk. I don't care if it's Super Bowl or not. Hey, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, the way I see it, I can't stand Eli Apple. I hope he gets smoked all game. Well, hey, with that
Well,
being,
Rams gonna give that boy multiple headaches.
oh yeah,
They're gonna give Rotten Apple a whole lot of headaches.
Y'all saw what he said about Odell?
what's that? What do you
Mm.
say about
He
Odell?
said he going clamp up Odell, man.
Oh man, come on.
Oh, yeah, right.
Much as I hate to say it, but I don't think Cincinnati, to my knowledge, I don't think they're gonna keep track with these guys because I don't. I mean, every Lord knows we don't like the Rams, but they used to be our division rival back in the day. But Los Angeles got weapons. I'm talking about both offense and defense, especially with Matt Stafford at quarterback, with Beckham Jr. and Cup, and that other wide receiver they got. I don't think Cincinnati gonna stay close with these guys. And on the defensive side, we already know how dominant Aaron Donald is. We already know that. That dude is just like a machine out there.
Yeah, he definitely a beast, man.
Oh yeah.
For sure. Refrigerator on wheels.
But yeah, man. I just hope it's a good game, man.
Yeah, I think he's gonna keep it close.
It's definitely gonna be better than last year's Super Bowl. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Gonna be better than last year's Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Whoever win, man. I think since he had more weapons than the Rams on offense, yeah. But I mean, like they can't block all them dudes the Rams got though.
Yeah, I see. They can see we got a young brother on here wearing the Patriots jersey. What's happening, bro?
You talking?
Can you hear us, buddy?
He see us. I don't know if he can hear us.
No, he must be having some mic issues or something.
Probably. Probably.
I trust Burrow more than Stafford. I mean, yeah. I mean, I can't. I mean, I can't disagree with that.
Yeah, hey, you know what? Hey,
Think I hear
Jerry,
something.
didn't you say a couple weeks ago? Don't be surprised. We've seen this happen before back in 2018 season, I believe. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase was holding up that trophy at LSU.
Yeah, I did
Hmm.
say that.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if it happened again. But I can never count against the Rams when it comes to the playoffs and the referees be in their pocket. So
Know about
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I have to agree with you, but like you said, Trey, like I said,
no, I wouldn't be
anything can
surprised either.
happen.
Exactly, and hey, I wouldn't be
Right.
Any given
surprised,
Sunday.
bro.
Right.
Hey, and I could see Joe Burrow holding up that Lombardi with that cigar in his mouth. I mean,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
I'm already seeing it. I'm not a Cincinnati fan. I don't,
Nope.
I don't like them. I only
Neither
like one.
neither
I
do
only
I.
like only one team,
Remember
and
they
that's the
stole they
Saints.
stole
Yeah, it's still our champ,
chain.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I can't stand that. They say who day
And
sounds
speaking
really
of
Like
weird.
that,
it don't even
we
make
got them
sense,
on our
man.
schedule next year. So we got the AFC North.
And we also played the Rams. We played both teams that
Yep.
made it to Super Bowl. So
Yep. And that's
Well,
your schedule for next year. Well, of course, it's always going to be our division rivals playing
yeah,
twice. That's 6 games right there. And then you got the AFC North, the NFC West. You got Minnesota, Philadelphia, and Las Vegas.
man, we should win the division, man. I ain't gonna lie, cause the Bucks, they team gonna get worse, and they got the division winner schedule because they won the division this year. So I think, man, like I don't want to get cocky, but like I think we got the South locked up.
oh, I think so too. Like,
Yep.
I think the Buccaneers are going to try to for a heavy trade for like they're saying Russell Wilson, but I don't think they're going to land him. You know who I really think they're going to actually land? I think Russell Wilson will go elsewhere, and I'm going to laugh if this happens, guys. Jimmy Garoppolo, I think is going to get linked up with the Bucks somehow,
Mm.
I can see
and
that.
and
Anything can happen. Could
anything can
happen.
happen. And if that happens, guys, just know we're gonna intercept the ball probably
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh
every
yeah.
Yeah, I
game,
was
bro.
just talking to my dad this past weekend, and he's a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and he told me on Saturday it might be a shot if Jimmy G go to Pittsburgh, because as y'all know, Ben Roethlisberger recently retired.
Yep.
That's right.
So if hey if that if Jimmy G ends up in a Steeler uniform, hey, go for it.
Man.
Man,
Yep. So, but it like I say, anything can happen in the offseason, bro. We just saw some moves last week as Dennis Allen as our new coach.
Buccaneers
He
trying to trade
already he
for
already
everybody.
making
Shit
some
funny and say
making
they
some
desperate.
shuffles.
Yeah, the Bucks definitely desperate. I mean, like most of their offense free agents, and I mean,
Yep.
Tom Brady people definitely gonna leave. Leonard Fournette, Gronk, they definitely leaving somewhere else. So I just don't see the Bucks, being successful anymore like that. But for quarterback, I think, man, I just don't like how they doing Kyle Trash, man. I mean, like they ain't even giving him a shot for quarterback. So,
Yeah. So
but yeah,
only time will tell, bro.
right for sure. Hey
Right.
Jerry, who would you like to see at the us draft in the first round?
Well, first off, now I guess now that we got the word that Michael Thomas is officially staying, right now I'm actually in the first round. I'm actually looking at either a wide receiver or an offensive,
Man,
either guard or
yep,
tackle.
I wouldn't mind
hell
that.
yeah.
I mean, either one of those two in the first round. Either one,
Those are my
Right.
exact thoughts.
Yeah, same.
There
because
is
because if one if if Armstead leaves, and some of the offensive linemen that we got, I mean, time to get another one.
right,
But
and we still have Landon Young.
yeah,
Yep.
I think he's good. I think he'll develop. Or if Cheesehead leaves, I think he'll be our starter. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I
right.
definitely got a question for y'all. So right now we pick a team. Would y'all trade back, let's say like pick 20, 25, 26. You get two extra thirds and you take Jameson Williams with 25 or 26. Would y'all do that?
Mm, I would.
Yeah, I
Um,
would too.
I
you
mean, well, that depends. What you think, Trey?
um You know, with that kid's game changing ability at wide receiver, if that's the one you're talking about, Jameson Williams from,
Yeah, the fast
yeah,
one.
yeah, I know he suffered an ACL, but I believe he can be healthy come week one, and hey man, I believe he is that game changer. So you can't take his skill level away from him. I would love that pick, honestly. I really like his playmaking ability. I think he would complement Mike Thomas
Oh,
really
perfect.
well. I think him and Michael Thomas would be just a duo to definitely watch. So, yeah, I
Match
wouldn't
made
mind
in
that
heaven.
pick at all,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't mind it because they got a like I would say maybe the top 10 like offensive linemen, coming out of this year's draft are pretty big dominant players. And there's a guy named Trevor Pennington. If we could score him, um, hey, that guy is he's a bully. He's like a pancake king. I would like him or an Evan Neal if we can land him. I would love that. Like I said, an offensive lineman in the first round, I'd be super stoked with, dude. As long as their position isn't center, because we have a center, we have
We got two.
we have two exactly. We have Cesar Ruiz at played center. Now he's just playing guard out of position. So for me, I don't want to see us draft another center. I want them to be
Nah.
a
Mm-mm.
tackle, a tackle or a guard. If we're
Yeah, but we good on center. We
100,
just need
yeah,
somebody to tag
exactly,
along
Yeah, we
with the
got one
center.
too many.
exactly. We got one too many at center. So yeah, I would not mind us drafting a dominant offensive lineman in the first round either. I mean, and then in the second round, go for a wide receiver because there
Yep.
are a lot of wide receivers in this year's draft. And
Yep.
Yep.
I also like if we can swoop up on George Pickens in the second round. I really like that kid. He's got that man. If you go watch his tape, man, that's all I'm gonna say. Just watch George Pickens tape. Don't really look at his stats because he did tear his ACL earlier in the season last season, so he didn't have stats at all. Like he only had like 5 catches for like 107 yards last season. But he suffered an ACL earlier in the season that took him out all season.
Yep. Right
Mm-hmm.
about that. Would y'all draft a safety? Like even if like Marcus Williams come back, like would y'all still draft a safety if we come back? Cause I would.
Later on, yeah. Just for depth,
Probably.
yeah, definitely. But I would love us to go really really hard at the wide receiver and the offensive line position is in the draft and in free agency. I know in free agency there are a lot of offensive line people we can still pick up. Nick Easton, we signed. I mean, we should have kept him on our team. We could have used him this season for sure. Calamente, he used to play with us. He was on our offensive line. He was versatile. I'd like to see him back. If we can get some offensive line, help, and I think that would really help whoever's going to be our quarterback for sure.
Man, I want Larry Warford back. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I want Larry Warford
Larry,
back.
100%, dude. I liked his. I like Larry Warford a lot.
Yeah, I definitely want him back, man. Cause like even if Ruiz becomes good, I still think we need another guard. Cause again, I think Armstead gonna leave free agency, and I think Pete gonna slide the right tackle and Ramchek gonna slide the left. But like at least that's what I think is gonna happen. I don't know.
What about Landon Young? You think Landon Young would take over for T Stead's position or what?
If Sean Payton was still here, I'll give him a shot. But without Sean Payton, I just don't like. I think like underrated guys on the team that's like just here because of Sean Payton, like Landon Young, Ian Book, like them type of dudes. I don't think they're gonna get the same opportunity just because Sean Payton not here. So
Right,
Right.
right.
yes, draft safety. Larry Warford isn't in the league anymore. Well, I mean, I don't know, but if he is, then.
Yeah, he opted out
Y-
because of the COVID season, and I haven't seen anything on him other than that.
Yeah,
I think that was him that I seen that on.
but yeah, I mean, if he still want to play, I'll definitely take him. If he still
Definitely.
want to play,
I
Now,
would. What's up, Jay?
now I was seeing what Dada was saying. He said Larry Warford isn't in the league anymore. I said, no. I think he what was gone. I think what after the 2020 season. I think,
Yeah,
yeah,
but I don't
yeah,
think that he playing anywhere as of now. I mean,
no,
I don't think I see him playing anywhere else.
no. I don't see him playing
See, I
anywhere
got
else.
my man hooded. See, see, we got the man in the chat,
Sir Hoodie Jude.
the one and
Yeah,
only.
let's
Hey,
see if we can
hoodie,
get him up
if
here
you want
and
to hop in, bro. Join in.
join in. Come
I
up
know
here.
we're gonna get some
Yes,
good
sir.
takes from you, bro.
Yeah, I want to hear
Yep.
Hootie's take on Michael
Yeah, because
Thomas.
Hoodie Jude, my guy doing big things over there on his channel, bro. Big
Yep.
thing.
Yeah, he is. He's doing big giveaways and hey, he's expanding that
Man,
channel a lot, dude.
and doing something for the community. Hey, that's what I like,
All
man.
right. All right.
Doing
Using
something.
this platform well.
Yeah, man. So, shout out to my man Hoodie Jude, man, because that guy's just that dude got a God given gift, man.
There it is,
Yep.
for sure.
Oh, you say he at work? Okay,
Uh,
no problem. We just saw you in the chat, Hoodie. So we got to give you. We got to give you a shout out, bro.
For sure.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
we understand, brother. So
Yeah.
yeah, but back to the Michael Thomas situation. When I heard about it, I don't know if it happened Saturday or today. I don't know if it happened or not, but I'm glad he decided to come back because if you're talking about trading somebody that been out for a year because of injury and at the last minute or something like that, something in the back of your mind saying you got to be out of your mind.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, man, why would you want to trade Michael Thomas for who?
All right. Because I mean, bro, people
I
only
mean,
want to trade him because they
help
haven't
me with
seen
that
him.
situation.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Yeah, Hoodie, we understand the circumstances, brother. No sweat.
Yeah, you
yeah,
good.
no sweat, Hootie. Keep working, bro. Hey, get back to work, Hootie.
Keep grinding, bro. I mean, do what you got to do. We all understand. We all understand.
Yep.
That's a good thing. We got trade to carry on,
Yep.
and all the and everybody else.
And Josh and
Yep.
and well, yeah, man. I'm pretty excited about the whole Michael Thomas situation.
Right.
That goes to show everyone, not just a Saints fan that already believed Michael Thomas wasn't going anywhere. That just solidifies it to everyone else. And other fans like Buccaneers fans always talking crap saying we're going to trade him because
Yeah.
and he's
Man,
not going to
they
come back.
obsessed with Saints fans, and I don't understand why.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I don't get it.
I don't get it either, bro. Like, hey, they bash me every time I like put a post on Twitter about like Michael Thomas or even anything about the Saints. They're always like, oh well, we went to the playoffs. Yeah, well, you still lost, and you lost you basically lost your offense. Gronk's
Yeah.
gone. Leonard Fournette's gone. Godwin got hurt. He
AB
might.
gone.
AB gone. Tom Brady's gone. I mean, yeah, you guys are
Yeah.
screwed. Your
Yeah.
center.
Buccaneers fans are just back down to earth.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
They had
Back to what they used to.
they had that one good year, and after they lost to the Rams in the divisional round, it just went back down to earth.
Right.
Yeah, they did for sure. They're gonna go back to hiding where they were a couple years back before Tom Brady was there.
I mean,
Right.
Heck,
it's not like a Groundhog Day. They want to come out the shadow one year and gonna hide the next year.
Right. Just like Falcon fans.
yep. They only come out once a year, and that's when we play 'em.
Right. It's definitely facts.
Right. I also seen a lot of like free agency wide receivers that's going to be this year. A lot of the Falcons wide receivers are going to be free agents. That Russell Gage guy, I noticed he's going to be a free agent. Yeah, they got a lot of pieces. Cordell Patterson, he's going to be a free agent unless they sign him. But to me, the Falcons aren't going to be as. I mean, they weren't really that good this year, but
No.
I don't. I don't think they're going to be really great next year because of a lot of pieces. Look at.
Yeah,
I think Calvin Ridley's going to be gone because he wants out of there. I think he's going to be traded out. So that's just another
Maybe he'll probably
dominant guy.
get early in
but I
time.
tell you what, they need to find them. They need to find them another quarterback because Matt Ryan ain't getting it done over there. He's getting up there in age himself. You need to
Would
go
y'all
on
want
ahead
Matt
and
Ryan
join
on the Saints?
No.
Roethlisberger and Brady being retired because he looked like he declining for real.
Hey, hold on. Let me pause there. Everybody, hey, I was reading Hootie Juice stuff here. He says,
Yeah.
hey, maybe if I get off early in time, 10:30, 11 p.m. Central Time, we can go live on your channel, Masked Up Podcast, and then we can let everyone know to tune in on your show. And we have 15 people plus in here. I can let everyone know in a community post if you are down. Yeah, Hootie, I'm down, dude. We can go ahead and do that. Um, I'll go live, dude, for sure. Make you a thumbnail for me as a special guest, and then all right, yeah, shoot me a DM, Hootie, and we'll figure all that stuff out. I'm still new to making those thumbnail stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Hey,
uh,
I'm in, man. Yeah, right after the Super Bowl is over. Now, yeah, I'm in.
Same.
yeah, dude, for sure. So yeah, hey, actually, with that being said, hey, before the Super Bowl even starts, guys, who do you think's gonna win? And I will make it for you. All right, Hootie, hell yeah, dude. I like to hear that, bro. Just shoot it through the DMs, dude. We'll talk for sure. But yeah, Jerry and Josh, like, who do you guys think? And everyone in the comments, who do you guys think's gonna win this Super Bowl? And what are your guys' prediction? Is it gonna be a close game? You guys think it's gonna be decided by a field goal or what? I see Hootie Jupe saying the Bengals.
Yeah, he said Bengals.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
what you
kind of
say, Bengals?
I have a feeling. I don't know what it is, man. I just have a feeling that the Rams are gonna be starstruck a little bit. It's gonna be a close game, but I think the Bengals are gonna win.
Yeah,
Yup.
And I see Joe Burrow, like I said earlier in my podcast, I see Joe Burrow holding up that cigar. Yeah, dude. We're watching kind of what Drew Brees did, in New Orleans. He came here a couple years later. He's winning a Super Bowl. Um, Now look, you got Joe Burrow going over there to Cincinnati, blowing that city up. Making a culture type team over there. So y'all seen Sean Payne interview from yesterday? No, no, I didn't.
No,
Hoodie.
he said
mm-mm.
something.
And was he on? Was he on Good Morning Football with Kate Adams?
Or was it the one with him and Cameron Jordan when Cameron
Oh,
Jordan
I don't know.
told
I
him?
don't, I don't think I saw that one.
The one with him and Cameron Jordan. He was asking Cam Jordan like, where's a good place to eat or something.
Oh,
No.
And he's all, man, I ain't gonna tell you, ain't my coach no more or something. Just like clowning around. He's all, don't tell me what to do, or I don't remember exactly what, so don't quote me on it. But
Rams
it,
cheers.
it
I'll never root for
now,
them.
now the Sean Payton interview, I saw it on the Saints app. I think it was I think it was either no, it was Friday, I believe. When I saw it on the Saints app, being interviewed with the guys on Good Morning Football, along with Kay Adams. So that I saw that, but I didn't see the one from Saturday.
That was after his retirement.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that.
I think that's the one.
Mm.
Dada,
You see what he said?
yeah, Dada, I know, bruh. I know. Don't worry, payback is still coming to them for what they did to us. So don't. So it just don't.
Hey,
He said
I
Rams
agree, bro.
cheated us. I'll never root for them. I said I understand your point. Yeah, I understand. We
Yep.
all understand.
Yep.
But don't you worry about it.
And hey,
And
hey,
we'll go because I just mentioned the Trey and Joe and Josh that we got the NFC West on our schedule for next year. So we're gonna pay a nice visit to the SoFi Stadium and get a little payback on them. So don't you worry.
Yep.
yeah, that's for sure. Hey, I really hope they lose today, and
But
I want the
whoever
Bengals to
win,
win for
whoever
sure.
wins the Super Bowl, I don't care if it's the Rams or the Bengals. Congratulations to them. Looking forward to seeing y'all both of y'all next
Next
year.
year.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
As long as we know the Saints gonna be in the Super Bowl next year, that's all I care about.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, for sure. As
yeah.
long as we establish a good O line and a couple more solid weapons, and I believe Jameis
I'll
can
say
take us
one
there.
extra life for me. Okay, that's Hoodie again, but that's Allen.
Oh,
Yes,
there we go,
yeah,
hoodie.
yep.
Dallas still foaming at the mouth for Peyton, man. They not getting Sean Payton, man. They not.
Man,
It's not going.
oh my goodness gracious! Don't get
What?
me started with the delusional.
Hey, Jerry. Hey, Jerry. Yeah, I know you're older than both me and Josh, so I want to know, as the Cowboys fans have always been like this towards like the Saints, like this has this been a ongoing thing for years or what?
Well, to be honest with you, back in the '90s when I was coming up, that's all I've been here. But look, I was born in the '80s, so I didn't know a whole lot about NFL football. Only reason why I watched NFL football and college football because of my father, because he used to play football back in the day. So because he's more of a defensive guy. So, but as Dallas Cowboy fans, eh, that's all I've been hearing for forever. Oh, I know they won 5 Super Bowls. I mean, yay, I get it, but they always been that way. So it's especially the delusional ones, and it's a blessing, and it's a blessing and a true blessing that yours truly did not become a Dallas Cowboy fan because it wouldn't look right.
Right.
Yep.
And that I probably know about it too because they always talk about Dallas Cowboys this, Dallas Cowboys that. I'm like, oh Lord, have mercy. Thank God it didn't happen to me
Right. I mean,
because
you could have been that guy.
I wouldn't look.
Yep.
I mean, I don't mind the colors and all that, but it just wouldn't look good on me, man. I mean, never, never.
He's
Black and
all
gold different.
Exactly.
Just
But
different.
but over these years, man, Lord have mercy. They always been delusional, bro. Cause they always talk. That's the last time that the Cowboys won a Super Bowl was 1995. I was I was I think I was like 10 or 11 years old when the last time they won a Super Bowl. And every time they be in the playoffs, they exit right, or even if they miss the playoffs.
Yeah. Hoodie said I need to change my profile pic to CJBI and Zion. Man, I'll
No.
get on that. I'll
Oh
get
yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
There you go. Hey,
Like,
is Zion back in or what?
Nah, I think. I
nah,
mean, I
I
think
don't
gonna come
think
back
so.
soon, but he ain't there yet. So
Well, well, the Pelicans got 3 games before the All Star weekend next weekend. So hopefully they'll win those 3 games before that happens.
and they got to, man. They got to win at
They
least
have
two of
to.
them.
So I mean, they made it. I mean, made a good trade, bringing in C.J. McCollum,
Yep.
and I was in shock when they got him. I was in real shock. I'm like, wait a minute, what did we trade? What did Radical trade for? And that's who it was.
I thought it was gonna be way more than what we gave up. I thought we would have had to give up like 2, 3 first round picks, Jackson. Like I thought it would have been something ridiculous, but it wasn't that much.
No,
So the Pelicans scored on that, huh?
Oh yeah, the Blazers they just want cap space or something. I don't know what's up with them.
yeah.
Yeah, they're
I
trying
mean,
to.
and they just beat the Knicks on Saturday night. I'm like, wait a minute. I mean, when I looked at the score, I'm like, okay, the Knicks look like they're getting ready to win because they was up like 98 to like 90, like 89. But when them jokers came back and beat them, I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. How did how did that happen?
Yep, you're crazy, man.
Exactly.
Just crazy, man.
Yep.
Yeah, that's hey man, that's true, man. I mean, hey Jared, do you remember when yeah, you too, Josh. You guys remember back when Ricky Williams when we gave up the house for Ricky Williams?
Yeah, it was like 6, 7 first round picks.
Yep.
Yeah, we gave up all I believe we gave up all our picks out that whole draft pick. And that was yeah, dude, a lot of first round picks and we did get Ricky Williams. Hey, I can't really hate on him. I mean, he was a pretty good running back, but I really to this day don't think he was worth the whole house.
Could you imagine if a team did something like that today, man? Especially for a running back, man. Like that man, that would happen today.
No, that wouldn't, bro.
Like trading 6 or 7
Uh,
first for Alvin
I
Kamara,
keep
bro,
up with
something like that.
basketball. Y'all know way more than me. I'm a football. Yeah, that is true, Dada. Well, I'm yeah, you're right about that. But you know, I'm used to grow when I was when I was coming up. They the NBA they love to play fundamental basketball. I mean, look at like the Boston Celtics, the Chicago Bulls. You know, by that time the Los Angeles Lakers. That's old school to me. But the way they're playing right now, eh, they just you got big men shooting 3 pointers. You got power forwards shooting free throws. Like they got other skills now. Just like that Jonas guy with the Pelicans.
Yep,
He
he
can
had
shoot a
seven
three
threes in
pointer.
one half.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yep.
The whole draft for Williams, yeah, just crazy. And
Old driver with
man,
that. Yeah, that was crazy.
man, I had to get him up out of here, man. That
Yeah,
was ridiculous.
that was Mike Ditka, man. I remember now, dude. That guy was all of a sudden he was super good with the Cowboys. He comes to the Saints, he wants to just be the worst coach ever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mm.
I mean, you don't give up the house for just one player, unless it's like maybe a quarterback or something.
And it got to be that quarterback, man, not just for no running back, man.
Yeah, not a running back, man. I mean, running backs like you can do a lot different with, but not give up a whole house. Like The most I'd give up for a running back that's really, really dominant would maybe be a first round. But even then, after seeing what Micah Dicka did back then, bro, like I'm always adamant with the running backs. Like, don't pick them up until the third round. I don't know.
Yeah, Kamara was a third round pick.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
Larry Bird, Carl Malone, Magic. Yeah, that was the good old
Yep.
'90s and
Yep.
'80s.
Yep.
I bet that era of basketball is definitely
Oh
crazy
yeah.
to watch. Especially the
Definitely.
Larry Bird era. I was too young to get involved in all that, but I bet that was a crazy era to watch basketball.
Yeah, it probably was.
Yep. Yeah. Well, fellas, it's been good chatting with y'all, man. I know the game is coming up in about the next couple hours, so
Yep, I'm about ready to
Yep.
hop off here myself because yeah, I got to go get the Super Bowl. Munchies all
yeah,
cooked up,
I
ready
feel
to
you on
go.
that.
yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Round up some snacks.
Yeah, there you
Yep.
go. Snacks, you know what I
I
meant.
know.
All right, you guys have a good day, man. It's good talking Saints football, and I'll pop up with a live later on.
All
You
right,
too,
man.
man. Y'all be
We'll
good.
holler at you later.
All right, see
All
you
right,
guys later.
all
Who
right,
that?
all right. Who that?
Who that?
For life.